Lunation 1209. Yeah, that's a very interesting question. This EP is about working with vocalists, actually. It's very danceable, and you can expect very complex sounds on this EP, which is a very, very new combination for 59 Perlen. Firstly, this EP is special because it's the very first concept EP of 59 Perlen. I think this is important because nowadays a lot of producers, they release single tracks only. And I wanted to set a little mark for the importance of this project to 59 Perlen. This is why I decided to release a really good EP. And this EP is based on dawless gear. This is something that I work on since the COVID pandemic started in April. And I started working with a lot of dawless gear without my computer. And this EP is strongly based on Digitakt and hardware synthesizers, which makes it super important for me. The EP was created, as I just said, it was created with a lot of hardware. I made some recording sessions in April and May, and some of the tracks on this EP are based on those recordings. Lunation is it's a recording I performed with a Novation synth. And there was no big post-processing. That means the whole structure of this track is given by the performance. And this makes it the whole production process kind of special. Some tracks are only created on some ideas I made with the hardware. And I did a lot of software adding and stuff. And some are really roughly created with the performances I did. The gear I'm using, if you follow me on my Instagram or my YouTube account, you know that I am a big fan of the Digitakt, and the Digitakt plays a big role in the development of this EP. This was like my drum machine, and I also used synth from Novation, the Novation Circuit Monostation, which you can hear on some tracks. But I also used some software synths. My favorite is Arturia Pigments 2. You hear this on Luna Nova and Luna Plena. And this is basically all the gear I was using. The guests on this EP, I've chosen them because Sally Roos is a friend of mine. I know her from a producer group that's NetVio. And I talked to her a couple of times, and the track Lunar Questions is about the transition from the darkness of the new moon phase to the waxing moon. And it's like a beginning of something new. Everything gets a little brighter, and I thought her voice is a perfect match for this track, and this is what she's singing about as well. The work with Super Heroine actually happened because of a work exchange. I did something for George some month ago, and I asked him to sing on one of the EP tracks in return. And I think it's a perfect match. Luna Nova is the lead single, and it's a very dark track. It's about the darkness of the new moon. And I think he did a very mesmerizing vocal track on that. No, I don't master myself. Sometimes I do. But for official releases like Lunation 1209, I don't do that myself. The engineer that does the mastering of this EP is Julian Reisner. He's a guy from Germany. And I think the mastering has a big impact on the final product. And I think the engineer always puts his own flavors on the tracks. And this is why I've chosen Julian to do this, because I like his way of putting some energy into the tracks and make them pretty danceable. And this is why I've chosen Julian, and I think he did a very awesome job in doing this. Yeah, I said this before. Lunation 1209 is a concept EP. And the 4 tracks on this EP are telling stories around the lunar cycle. A lunar cycle lasts about 4 weeks, thus 1 track per week. And the lunar cycle starts with a new moon and it ends with the waxing moon. And that's why Luna Nova is chosen as the lead single. And also the date of the release, the September 17th, marks the start of a new lunation, and that is lunation number 1209. Each lunation has a unique number, and this is why this track is going to lead the lunation. The hardest track on this EP was actually Luna Senescence, mainly because this track was recorded as a live performance on a Novation circuit monostation synth, and the structure of this track was given by this performance, which made it pretty hard for me to decide in which direction I want to develop this track. And until the very end I didn't know what to do. Do I want to delete the kick, or do I want to make it like an ambient track without any perks or something? So this was a little hard, but at the end I think it got a very cool track, and yeah, I think it was very cool. Luna Plena, that's a song about the full moon, and I wanted to create a song that's bright, that lets you dance, because when it's full moon I can sleep very badly, so I try to distract myself by doing something else, and this could be dancing, and this is what I had in mind when I created this song. And I think this is a very typical, or this is the most 59 Perlen song on this EP. And there's still a lot to discover in this song. Every time you hear it again, you can discover some new sounds. And this makes this song in particular very, very 59 Perlen, I think. The artworks for this EP are very special. It's the first time that I worked with an artist for that. And they are created by Matthias Lahme. I know him since my childhood, so he's a very good friend of mine. He's an artist living in Düsseldorf, where I studied as well. And I wanted to create something, or let him create something that is just connected to the topic of the EP, and that is the moon. And he created very beautiful aquarelle paintings that seem to be taken from the surface of the moon, and combined with the shapes of the template that's put on top of these aquarelle paintings, I think it's a very nice concept, and I'm very thankful to Matthias that he created those beautiful artworks. It gives the whole project a very nice appearance. Future plans. Yeah, 59 Perlen has a lot of future plans. I'm going to release another EP pretty soon with my friend Atlas Castle. We wanted to make a live event in Copenhagen in October, which couldn't happen because of the pandemic situation. This is still a big problem across Europe. So we decided to work on something else together, and this will be a little EP. But 59 Perlen is also to release. I have plans to release an ambient EP because I'm producing tracks for contemporary art and dancing projects, and these tracks might be released as an EP soon, or maybe beginning of next year. And I'm also working on a new live set, which is going to be released somewhere late autumn, I think. And maybe there will be a remix EP of Lunation 1209 as well. I don't know.